to a brand series mode. Done. And see if we can very top. We're going. It looks like a great player. Thiago Silva, David Luiz, and Digne. Verratti and Matuidi, with Lavezzi and Lucas on the wings, and Ibra and Cavani up front. Now I've shortlisted a few players that we could sign. Some being Kurt Zouma, David Alaba, Paul Pogba, and Alexandre Lacazette. I'm going to put offers in for these players now and see what we can get for them. Now I know some of these players are going to cost quite a lot because Alaba's like really young. Same with Paul Pogba. We're going to have to put an offer in about 30 million. I'm going to put a straight offer in at 30 million. I know he's going to cost quite a lot, but we've got a lot of money. Which is the fun thing about this career mode, we can sign some great players. And Lacazette, we're going to put another offer in at 20 million. Kozuma we've inquired on, so we're going to see what comes through with him. There probably won't be any games this episode, but there's going to be a lot of transfer stuff going on. Can't sign him, but we're expected to reach the knockout stage. I'm going to try and win it this season of the Champions League. Transfer offer unacceptable for Lacazette. They want 32.5 million. I'm going to put an offer in at 28 million. See what we can get for him there. Alaba they want 31 million for Alaba, so we're going to put an offer in at 31. Yeah, we'll just put that straight in. Happy to pay that. Now, who's next? Juventus say that sum is too low. So we're going to have to put an offer in at 40 million for him. And that is done. And now we are going to just simulate forward and see who comes through. Transfer offer unacceptable for Lacazette. They want 32.5 million. And I'm going to put an offer in at 32.5 million. Happy to pay that. Because I know he's only going to get better. And he's a very, very, very good player. But our first transfer accepted was for Alaba. And could he be joining the club? They accepted the, what was it, 31 million that we put in. And now Paul Pogba said they want 62 million for him. I will pay that, but only because we've got loads of money. I'm not going to put that offer in now. I'm going to put an offer at 50 million and see what they come back with. Transfer offer for Kabai, 11.5 million. If I can get 14.5 million, I'll let him go. Because he's getting kind of old, 28. He's not going to improve much more. And I feel that we could, like, sign him on. And they've decided to match it and go ahead with the deal. And Alaba has accepted his contract, which means we've made our first signing of this career mode, and it's Alaba to join PSG. He's going to fit in very nicely into the team, with Digne dropping to the subs. And Maxwell dropping to the reserves. I just realised I don't really need to sign Zouma, even though I didn't really need to sign him anyway, because we've got a good centre-back replacement in Marquinhos. So they want 62 million. I'm going to put an offer in at 60. They should accept that. If they don't, then they really want their money. And Lacazette has accepted the offer, and now they want 130,000 a week with 4 years, and he's going to be he's going to be an important first team player. He'll probably get most of his games. I'm looking to sell. And now I know what you're thinking. Ibra's like our best player. And he's really good. But he's old. And I'm going to get a lot of money for him. So we're going to transfer list him. Okay, we're going to wait to see if those offers come through. And the player has been sold. I believe that is Kabai. And Kabai has left the club. And Paul Pogba, they really want that 62 million. So we're going to put an offer in at 62 million and see what they come back with. Simming through, and contract offer has been accepted for Lacazette. That is a good signing to make. And Verratti has had a transfer offer, so we'll have a look at that in a sec. How much is it from? It's from Fiorentina for 14 million. I want 34.5 million if I was to let him go because he's a very young talent with a very bright future ahead of him. And they accepted the 62 million for Pogba. And he's going to be on 4 years and he's going to be a crucial first team player. Now, I'm probably going to play him at Cam as I feel he'll be very good at Cam. And I think it'll be, yeah, sorry. He'll be a good Cam and therefore he'll be a good player for this team. Now, they came back with 16 million for Verratti, so I'm just going to reject that because I really don't want to let him go. Coming up to our first friendly against West Ham. First, we have a transfer for Cavani. Now, they reckon I can get 45 million for him. If I can get 50 for him, I would happily let him go. I'm going to do the same with Chelsea, 50 million. I'll happily let him go. Swimming towards our first friendly. We've got a transfer from Matuidi at 17.5 million. Now, this is the player I don't want to get rid of because he's going to be our star man in the midfield along with Pogba. They've come back with 35.5 million. I'm going to say 45 million. And they've accepted the contract for Paul Pogba. Now, I don't really want to make any more signings unless I was to sell Cavani. So, yeah. Doesn't look like I'm going to be making any more signings unless that Cavani offer goes through, which I doubt. We're coming up to our first friendly. We've got West Ham. Can we beat them? Yes, we can. It's a 5-0 win. Lavezzi getting 2, Verratti, Cavani, and Pastore coming off the bench to get the other. Coming up to our second friendly, but we've got a transfer offer for Van der Veal. 6 million. And I'm going to ask for 15 because I don't want to get rid of him as he's going to be a good backup right back. Cavani, they've said 48.5 million. You know what? I'm going to accept that. I'm actually going to accept that. See if everything goes through right. So Lacazette looks to be the main man on the team now, with Cavani on the way out to Chelsea. I believe they're in our Champions League group, so it's going to be very tough. Second friendly is against Malaga. Can we beat them to get another win away from home at Malaga? And it's a 1-1 draw. That's not a very good performance. I was expecting to win that game quite comfortably. But we didn't lose. Oh, and Van der Veal is on the way out for 15 million. That is a very, very good offer. And it's a transfer from Matuidi again. I'm not going to be accepting that because I really want to keep hold of Matuidi. And Cavani is gone. Cavani has left the club. And no one seems to be putting any offers in for Ibra. But maybe that's because he's so expensive that no one, and he's old, so no one really wants to sign him. I'll be happy to keep him. And we've won our our last friendly 3-0 with Lavezzi, Ibra, and Lacazette getting the goals. However, I now need to get rid of Lavezzi and put Pogba in at Cam because he can play Cam. Well, he can't. But can either of these two? No. So I'm going to play Paul Pogba at Cam. Can Lacazette play on? Now I'm thinking 4-3-1-2. Yeah, I'm going to play that formation for now, I think. Where is it? Do they have that formation? Where is it? Probably going to play that formation. No. I'm going to make a custom formation then. You can do that. Might go for that. Yeah, I can play Paul Pogba at Cam. We're going to revert back to our original formation of a, what was it? What was the formation? We were playing 4-2, like that. There we go. So that's finished. And we're going to sim forward to our first game of the season, and then I'll call it a day for this episode. We've got transfer offers through quickly for Digne, 8 million. I reckon I can get 13 for him, so I'm going to put an offer in at 15 and see what they come back with. Verratti, no, you're not leaving the club. And Van der Wiel is gone. And we're going to simulate forward to the cup game. And a transfer offer is made for Zlatan, and it's 39.5 million. And that is nowhere near what I want. I want 69.5 million, at least. And I'm going to accept that for Digne for 10 million, because he's not going to play many games, is he? Because we've got Alaba now. So we're going to keep simming up to this cup game. And they've 64, which I'm going to accept. And we're going to make one big signing, hopefully. And the player has been sold. Is that... it's not Ibra, it's Lucas Digne. But that's all for this episode. And it's been a good episode. We've made three good signings of Alaba, Pogba and Lacazette. Hopefully going to make one more striker signing if Ibra's on his way out. But other than that, it's been Smoke Gaming HD. And thanks for watching.